3, 2, 1. Servus, grüezi, and welcome not to the best night, your favorite podcast with your favorite people, your favorite break show. And my guest, this time, all the way from beautiful Hungary, representing Balkan Mafia and recognized crew. Make some noise for Explorer, aka Dora.
Hi.
So, first of all, shout out to Dora. Dora is the first big girl I saw in my life in Vienna and in VukJam. I don't know if you remember.
Of course I do.
But was it 2001 or 2?
2001.
2001. So I know it was 2001 because Pharma said to me it was 2002, but I know it was 2001. But
But
what I
wait,
want
wait. But maybe the big jam that was downstairs. Maybe that was 2002.
with the 3 floors.
Probably yes, the big one in the concert hall. But the training, I think it was in 2001 when we practiced in the room.
No, but I think I saw you in the jam first time. But what I
But
want
then,
to say is, at the jam, you smoked everybody. I mean, back then it was hard to have hard palm move combos for a man. And you, as a woman, people back then didn't know that women can move like that. You smoked everybody. So, Charles Dora, you inspire so many people. Thank you for everything you do and you will do for the scene. What's up, my G's? Before we dive back into the session, a massive and big shout out to Bottega Brama, who work for the culture from the culture. If you're looking for gear that actually respects the floor, the culture, and the craft, you have to check out their website. Limited edition streetwear. We're talking handmade, high-end streetwear like cargo pants, baggy fits, shorts, hoodies, and beanies. Everything designed for dancing. The most durable, comfortable, and dope clothes. Since it's limited edition, you know you're not going to see everyone else rocking with the same. Technical breaking gear. They've engineered the essentials for us, like spin pants, spin caps, spin shirts, designed by breakers for breakers. The Pro B-Boy shirt. This is a world first. A protective shirt specifically designed for breaking with integrated protections. For the first time, even also on your shoulders. Yes, no more burns. You know what I'm saying. If you're serious about your power moves or you want to learn faster, this is a must have. So stay safe. Fully customizable. You can actually draw your own unique clothes and get custom hand lettering. They even provide custom gear for crews and dance schools. Sustainable quality. This is made in Italy. Excellence. They follow a slow fashion philosophy, using dead stock fabrics from major Italian brands. It means less waste, better endurance, and gear that truly lasts for years. They ship worldwide, so come and get yours. From the scene, for the scene. They give back to the culture. They are part of the culture. So support Bottega Prama now and support real people like you. Be part of the family now and use the code GTV10 for your discount right now. This is a brand born from passion. The founders have deep roots in hip hop since the 90s and they still represent here with breaking and writing. They're the ones with attitude on the ground, supporting from the smallest block parties to the massive international stages, keeping the community alive, organizing jams and workshops for the youth. Here is why they're leading the game. So, Dora, yes, Hungary, yes. Uh, this is now, how long have you been dancing now?
this is 30 years now.
30
I
years.
started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And of course, nowadays you can just go to the dance school because you saw in TikTok break dance and you can learn it, right?
Yes, of course.
How
Now
was
you
it?
can learn it anyhow
But
if you really want.
how was it for you 30 years ago in Hungary?
I consider myself still as a lucky one because we didn't have all this kind of stuff like the virtual stuff.
Hmm.
So we really had to be creative, and it was more deeper than now.
But did you saw some clip on MTV or was it a VHS or did you see somebody outside dancing? What was your first touch with breaking?
I got into hip hop around 95, I guess, maybe
Hmm.
late 94, 95, something like this, because of the music also and the graffiti. And
Graffiti.
later, a friend of mine, her name was also Dora. She said, like, "Oh, we like hip hop music. Let's go to a hip hop class because the mother of hers knew someone." and
Okay.
we went there. So I tried like New Jack Swing, like choreography and stuff like this, but it wasn't mine. The choreographies I didn't like, but I like dancing. And later on, this guy, Ananas from Hungary, he had the dance school. He also did some popping workshops stuff, classes. And then we realized that it was more mine. So I liked a lot this popping stuff, but we didn't really learn all the basics. But when I went once to the class,
Mm-hmm.
I went earlier and I saw some breakers like who were trying a lot of things, and I was fall in love with the moves and everything, and I was so curious that at the end I just wanted to do this. So actually my first breaking moves I learned there at Ananas Dance School.
And you remember what the moves were?
Yeah, like standing, like in turtle position, a little bit of stick step, a little bit of baby freeze,
Mm-hmm,
some very
mm-hmm,
basic
mm-hmm.
stuff. Because then, some months later, one of the most famous graffiti guys who was also checking my drawings, he told me like, "Oh, I started breaking, and now we're practicing outside in the streets at the metro station. If you want, we can go to the real b-boys and stuff." So I was very happy, and I joined him, and then I stopped my career at the dance school because it was more free, more interesting, and everything.
So you start in the dance school, but you don't you start practicing with the b-boys outside.
Yes, some months, like 1 or 2 months, I was inside, but it was only once a week, and I was very into it, and I was very happy to have this opportunity. It's not about that I didn't like the dance school, but
Mm-hmm.
I really
It's
find
different.
found
It's
myself.
different. It,
Yes,
dancing in a dance school in a lesson is different than going in a practice spot with dancers. Definitely.
yes, yes.
Of course, the scene knows Hungary from legendary crews like Suicide Lifestyle, Enemy Force, and Elementary Force. Sorry. Um, did you also dance with them, or were they completely different other city? You don't see them.
It's a very interesting thing because back then they were traveling a lot and they had to do all the passport issues in Budapest. So as I was from Budapest, I always met some of them, like who had to deal with the passport issues and the visa issues. But before we go to this point, I have to
Mhm.
tell you the very first real b-boy I saw live was at this dance school, and his name is Tihu from
Okay.
Szeged.
Hmm.
And Tihu was like a gummy man, like a very interesting style and very strong, and he was just amazing. Yeah, we didn't really have contact then, but he was the first b-boy I saw for real.
Okay, I
Because
see.
Ananas was like an all-style, all-round dancer.
Yeah,
He
like you
did
say, he
different
did
styles.
popping, right?
Yeah, a little bit of popping, like electric boogie, a little bit
Hmm.
of like very good. He did, of course, the New Jack Swing and
Hmm.
stuff. A little bit of breaking, but Tihu was just the b-boy. I saw.
Yeah, if you're a popping dancer, stand-up dancer, you're not don't have maybe the mentality of a b-boy or a b-girl, because you do the other things,
Yeah, it
so
was different.
so I can see how Tihu more influence you. So also we more know you also for your amazing power, right? So did the power came naturally to you, or did you just practice really hard every day?
For me, it was very, very hard, but this was the only way I saw there, to be honest, in Hungary,
Mhm.
because we all started with the hand glide, for
Yeah.
example, the windmill basic position, this balancing in turtle position or on one hand stuff. I didn't even have a headstand or handstand. I was very weak
Mm-hmm.
and not really strong, to be honest. But I didn't care. I just wanted to learn it, and I was not really thinking about like what's going on, what's happening. I just knew that I want to do this.
Nice.
So I didn't care where, if it was dirty. It was important that I can go and I can practice and learn.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And did somebody help you? Like, did somebody like you practice, and was there a person who told you, no, Dora, you have to do like this, and then you learned it?
When I went to this outside practice, Nagyvárat tér, I met B-boy Pori also. beside Hirsch. B-Boy Hirsch was this famous graffiti writer. He is like over 190 something, so he was a big deal, for breaking. But
Mm-hmm.
I liked him as a person also, so it was a funny thing that we studied kind of together and what we can learn. Pori also showed us basic stuff like knee drop and different footwork things. I also practiced the backspin, of course, both ways at the end because I learned in the
Wrong way,
course,
yeah.
yeah, wrong direction because back then it was the wrong direction if you
Mm-hmm.
did something into the different direction.
Yes.
Nowadays it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays it could be very good, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But back then we had to learn everything the same direction. It was very important. So
Mm-hmm.
actually, when I started to practice with these guys outside, Suicidal Lifestyle and the Elementary Force, they were in Norway. They had with the circus a longer cooperation, and I met them only later on.
Ah,
Yes,
I see. Okay, okay.
but I was lucky in '97 because we had friends in Munich city,
Mm-hmm.
and my parents told me, "Oh, Dora, it would be so nice if you could go and learn a little bit of German, and you could go to Munich." But I said, like, no, I don't go nowhere. I want to practice. I go only if my friends find for me b-boys there. And they were so cool. They found me a spot. So I met Step to these and all these guys there.
Ah,
Yes.
nice. Okay.
They had a great impact on my mental
Mm-hmm.
situation,
Mm-hmm.
status, I have to say,
So how long have
also.
you been in Munich?
I went there only like 10 days or 2 weeks,
Ah,
but
okay,
for
okay.
me it was a landmark in my
Mm-hmm.
breaking
Mm-hmm.
path.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes.
uh, of course, nowadays we have many and a lot of big girls all around the world. But how was it back then? You had many other big girls who you saw practicing too?
No, not really, not really. I was for a while alone,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe sometimes some girls joined, but it was more about the guys, They were uh, there only because of the guys, but they left very quickly because it was very hard and after a while we had to change spot, but it was also a metro station and it was still cold winter time, everything. So to be honest, it was not for a girl, for a
Mm-hmm.
woman,
Yeah.
but I didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
And later on we got some girls, and when I actually with this Munich travel, my journey started for real because I understood that there are so many b-boys and b-girls outside, and I found it really interesting that I go there and I just go practice with them. We have a great exchange. I can learn a lot, and I was very happy to return there every year from
Mm-hmm.
them.
Mm-hmm. Was there a moment after a while you practiced that you thought like, hey, I'm good. I can smoke other b-boys. Was there a moment in practice, or was there even a battle where you discovered that you are really good?
Actually, no, it had more components.
Yeah.
I never considered myself good,
Okay.
and I never really get the feedback that okay, this is something you already do. This is very good. But as soon as I was abroad, people were so happy and they were so supportive. Oh, you are so good, this and this. And I was like, I don't understand this. When I go home, they say I'm not so good. And when I'm outside, they are like really supporting me, helping
Mhm.
me. So I was a little bit confused. I was like 17, 18 years old. And I didn't have that much self-confidence.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Uh, but in that case, it was not important because I just wanted to practice. So I didn't really, of course, I said, yeah, I want to be the best
Mm-hmm.
in the world, but I didn't really know about the things, like how it's going because there is no best, of course. In
Mm-hmm.
a way, you can be the best. You can have your specialties, your special moves. In that area, maybe you are the best,
Mm-hmm.
but like as a whole, everyone is in the best in something.
Of course, we're doing art, right? You cannot judge art at the end of the day.
Yes, but it was beautiful, because no matter who you met, he or she was good in that thing. And at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it was the whole. We were
Back,
all together like a whole
back in the
piece.
day, we had specialists, right? So when you're a crew, somebody can do this, somebody can do this, somebody can do this. But nowadays, everybody can do everything, right?
Yes, but actually, I always wanted to learn everything. But for
Mhm.
sure, as I'm coming from Hungary, it was more like Parmus first. This is what
Hmm.
I saw.
Yes.
And a little bit of six step. And the back rock, for example, I learned from Algon, from Step to This, my first back rocks.
Hmm.
So for me, it was something new. I showed to the guys what I learned there. And one more interesting thing, I went to Germany, I remember like 97 already, and I already could turn on my head, like, I don't know how much, like, quite well, quite stable. Then suicidal lifestyle, and all the guys are coming home. They watch me, they say, who is this? She should go home. What does she want here? Why she's here? And anyways, this Haspin is back. Who is doing Haspins like this? And you have to do the normal, like the normal breaking
Yeah, yeah,
position.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like this one.
And I
This
say
one.
like, okay, maybe they are right. Maybe not the best way of communication, but let's see what they say. So I was crying because before that I had already stable has been, and then I had to try the, you know, and I was like, okay, Dora, concentrate. It's all the same, but different position with the leg, just right. And quite quickly I got it. And then everybody said like, oh, this is my result. She does it because I learned her how to do it. And those people who told me this, they were so bad to me, like they didn't even greeted me, like they
Yeah.
didn't even greet me like that. So I said, no, it's not because of you. This was the guy who said like, oh, change it. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, back in the days, not everybody was welcomed, right? And you have to earn your respect. You cannot just go where other people are and practice, right? I mean,
Actually, you can, but they had different rules.
yes,
The
yes.
street was hard. It was very honest and rude, and
Hmm.
I think sometimes combined with jealousy, it's a very
Yeah,
bad thing, a
yeah.
big poison. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to dance.
Hmm.
So somehow I could filter this negativity,
Hmm.
and I just put it on the floor. I
Yes,
didn't care.
that's what I wanted to say. It's not correct of a human to discriminate other humans, right? And say stuff like this. At the end, it helped you and you got even better. So,
Yes, but I also understand them because so many people came and, yeah, please help me, teach me
yeah.
something. You invest a
Okay,
lot of
okay.
time, and
Yeah.
after 3 weeks, oh, it's not for me, it's too hard.
Hmm.
The floor is hard, it's too cold, this is that. Oh, I'm
Hmm.
losing hair. So
Hmm.
it's not mandatory. If you
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
like it, go do something top dance or something. I don't know,
Hmm.
video clip
Hmm.
dance.
And in your case, learning your spins you have, what do you think was the right technique for you to learn all these spins? Was it just practice, 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 or did you find something? Aha,
Patience
patience.
and willpower. These are the
Mhm.
two ingredients because when I saw Hirsch, this guy, this graffiti writer, he's big, and he started to do the head spin. Oh, very nice. It looked good. And I say, oh, I never want to do a head spin, but it's so nice. And then one day, I don't know why, I maybe I got a very bad note also at sport, at school. But then somehow I started to do the headstand at home, and then it was stable, and I said, okay, maybe I try. And people were laughing at me. But I still tried, and I understood that it's going very well. I didn't even have the windmill. I had it like only one round or something. It was very difficult for me to learn. But headspin, and then headspin was like butter, like it was just going, just going. I was concentrated. I didn't need power for this, just the patience, the
Mhm, mhm.
concentration. So I was really into it. And then later, the next spin, of course, first hand glide, but the elbow spin,
Mhm.
that has a different story.
Ah, yes, please, because you cannot just do on one elbow. You can do both elbows, right?
um, yes, almost. So the first spin was on my hand, like this. So
Ah,
still nowadays I'm practicing it sometimes. because it's a very special move. This I learned from B-Boy Giant, from Victor, from Hungary, from Dynamic Freeze. Unfortunately, he passed away some years ago. He was almost 2 meter big teen, 2 meter, and he had beautiful palm moves. And I don't know where he saw that. He started to spin here. He even combined it with munch meal, different stuff. Like it's amazing, really. And he also gave me this kind of material for spinning. So I did this spin. And it was quite good. And one day, I think like around 98 maybe, Brush from Suicidal Lifestyle came to me, Dora, try to spin here. It's more stable because this was very difficult to hold it and keep it. It was true, yes. So it had I needed a special technique to learn it, even more patience than you think. And then I started this spin. Already it existed, of course, because some people already had it. You know, Massimo from Paso Sul Tempo also, or in the west side, Los Angeles. So Leo Caesar. So we already saw this in a way, a little bit like from here, from there, a little bit of you could see. So this was actually how I started the elbow spin. Brush told me to try it, and it was a little bit easier, of course, to combine and everything. In 2001, I had the idea that why not to change, like maybe it's to spin like this and spin like that and spin like this and spin like that and change.
I saw this combo. You did it. I saw this combo. It's crazy. It's
There,
crazy.
you remember the legendary B-boy camp in Munich, 2001?
Yeah, I was then 14. I was not allowed to travel.
When I went there and I represented it in the cipher, and Cujo came to me like, this is dope, do this. And also many people told me, like also Osama
Five
from
Amox.
yeah, also he told me like, you have to practice it. And I say like, how is it that I'm at home, I'm practicing it, and no
Nobody
one
did.
is giving and I come here and they say it's good. So what's going on? I didn't really understand what's going on.
So
2001 already.
So this phenomenon is going around the world. It's like there is many ways how to describe it. One way is to say you're not the prophet in your own country.
Yes.
Or one I heard was also home is where hate is. Because for me it's the same. If I go in another country to MC, they go crazy. They say like, wow, bida wow, bida boom. And then I say, yeah, but I don't have jobs in my city. Like, what? How is this possible? So yeah, this phenomenon will always be there.
Yeah, but it was really crazy. I was so confused.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like we were traveling to jams together, and people I'm practicing every day together, they asked me like, Dora, what are you practicing nowadays? And then I told him air flare and the saltos because this is what I didn't practice
Hmm.
back then. And he said, that's cool. That's very cool. Or some years later, they came like, you know that your windmill is bad. I say like, oh, we have been practicing like many years together, but you never told me, but you're not even screaming and you're not even telling me something.
Yeah.
So either it's good, either it's bad and you don't care.
Hmm.
So actually, the only thing that helped me, that I wanted to upgrade all the time. I knew that the journey is still long,
Yeah.
and I was never satisfied, of course. When I saw myself for the first time how I danced, I cried. I said, now you stop or you go harder.
Hmm.
These two. And of course, as I'm never giving it up, I had
Hmm.
to go harder.
Well, respect to you for pushing through and working harder. In these times that you travel to the jams, did you also had like cipher battles and especially with other B-girls?
We always had the exchanges, like spin exchanges. Of course,
Hmm.
we had something, but now I'm like, yeah, so very famous now, like smaller ones, of course. Like in the beginning, it was very interesting because we really had to earn our stripes. Like sometimes I wanted to join a crew, I remember, and they didn't want to take me. And then when they saw how I'm dancing, then they came, oh, let's dance together and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember, we always did also like in the beginning, we danced in a different direction that they think, she or he is not good.
It's bad.
And
It's a
then,
bad,
can
and
I
then you
dance with
stop.
you? No. And then you started the real things, and then you were welcome already. So
Yeah,
it was always a little bit like playing, playing
yeah.
around.
Nice. So what I wanted to ask is, did you had any rivalries with other girls or other b-boys?
With the biggers, it was interesting because some of them had some moves, and they were trying to be competitive with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't care because I knew where I was, and I never wanted to be better than them, just better than me. But
Yes.
I felt sometimes this competition, and I was never this battle attitude girl. I
Okay,
always was
okay.
happy, like, okay, now we will dance together,
Okay,
For
okay,
me, it was
okay.
more like a unity, not really this competitive art. That's
Okay,
why,
okay, okay.
yeah, it was different.
So you
But
were
the B
so you,
boys,
so you were not on the hunt like every weekend, hey, I need to battle this, I need to battle this, I need to battle this.
no, some of them came, or some girls were sent by B boys, like, hey, go and battle her. I remember also in Munich city. Oh, there is a Julia, the girl of one B boy, and she's doing flares. And I say, like, who cares? And okay, battle her, battle her. Why I should battle her? Then in 10 minutes, we have been showing to each other, like, okay, look at this, try this,
Yeah,
like, more, we were girls different.
yeah.
But with B-boys, it was different because they came, and we battled a lot of times with B-boys. And that was different, I think.
Mm-hmm,
Because the
mm-hmm.
B-boys, for the B-boys, it was very difficult to accept that some girls can also spin like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Uh,
don't get me wrong, I was never a strong girl or something, so my moves were not always really sharp or really strong, really fast, dynamic, like for the b-boys, but I had a good control and technique. That was all. I was not so quick or
mhm.
dynamic like some of the power girls nowadays. I
I
have to
mean,
tell you this.
I mean, it's the ego also of the b-boys, right? And especially 20 years ago when there was just, I mean, we talk about millennium time, right? And when you think about this, there was maybe like five high-level b-girls around the world. I mean, there was many b-girls, but not many were talked about. You know what I mean? There was Asia One, there was a B girl, but there was not like many B girls you heard of. And then when the B boys get smoked by a B girl, their ego is even more destroyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we also had a battle in Hungary and we got it somehow. I don't know why. And the b-boys were so angry, and they came to us. They said, like, do you think you won? Go home, you have to start. I said, the jury wasn't me, so like I can't do anything. Like, if the jury, what can I do for this?
That's crazy.
But when you already mentioned Asia One, I have to tell you something
Yes,
very
please.
important. So back then, when someone used the word bigger, it had a very bad meaning, yes,
Yeah, okay.
because the girls were not so strong, not as strong like the b-boys,
Yeah.
and the B-girl level not so high, was not so high back then. Okay, so some of the b-boys had the girl who tried some things, but they were really like low level. And then I saw Radiotron, where Asia One also did the bigger battle, and finally I saw a woman who danced like the boys, because what I wanted to do to dance like the boys, because I only saw boys, men. It was men-dominated world. And what I saw breaking, it was from the boys. Yes,
Mm.
it's normal from the men. So I said, I want to do this. And I didn't want to do what the girls do.
Yeah.
I wanted to do exactly what I saw. For me, breaking had no really gender, but what was representing breaking was more from the male side. And then I saw myself also say, oh, no, it's not good. Then I saw Asia when I said, like, okay, I don't want to be like her, of course, because I'm Dora,
You yourself,
but
yes.
her level was like for boys. And this was for me a kind of eye-opening. Okay, you really can do it. Like um, it's a confirmation. Yes, you can do it. She
Mm-hmm.
can do it. You can also do it, of course. So you are on the good way. Just go. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, Asia One was also a big landmark in the game because I heard, of course, of Rockefeller. I never saw her. I never saw
Yes, of
seen.
course, Rockefeller, of course,
Yes,
too.
she was also there, but I have never seen tapes. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the B-boy Ice girlfriend told me like, "Oh, you are one of the favorite B-girls for me, but you know who is better? Rockefeller, because she has good style and everything." And I didn't have style. And I say, okay, but I never seen her, so and I don't want to be better than her, or why she's telling me this, you know. And later on, I got the chance also to meet Rockefeller, and
Nice.
yeah, that
That's
was
nice.
really great experience
That's
again.
nice. So after the millennium and then time goes on, you're still practicing, you keep still battling. Who are some other B-girls that inspired you?
I think in back then, like we had, there were some famous beggars. I wouldn't say each country, but let's say like different
Region.
territories. Like for example, okay, in Hungary you could know me, but later on there is another girl. There was another girl there who had very strong freeze combos and everything. Bigger Andy. She's still dancing, of course. So she's already like 28 years in the game. I tried to persuade her to dance because she was strong. She was, like I said, always with breaking because of the boyfriend. And she's now also actually in the new enemy squad generation crew or something like.
Ah, nice.
Yes, but now she's maybe now not so active because of the kid, the little kid, but she's still there.
Mm-hmm.
We had also in Croatia some girls. Motivation, of course, I had. I can tell you some girls who really motivated me and also supported me.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, for example, Angela, bigger Angela from Switzerland, from Zurich.
Ah, Angie!
Angie, of course,
Yeah!
yes, because I also used to live at her flat for a while.
Ah, nice!
When Eloy gave me the opportunity to teach there for some months because he had to leave to Thailand. So for me, it was in 2003. It was a very interesting period of my life, and I learned a lot from Angie. And I also helped sometimes to prepare those crazy
Never,
handspring
I
casts.
never saw her dance. She was that crazy, right?
She started very late at the end of 20 something, and she was strong. She was like a GI Jane a little bit. She was like a soldier, but she
Mhm.
danced like in a beautiful way. And she was one of the persons with the biggest heart I have ever seen and that I have ever met.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
Shout outs to Angie. When I came here, um, everybody, some were like a little afraid of her because of her strong character, you know. But she did so many things for the scene. So shout outs to Angie. Such a good heart. Such a good heart,
I
this woman.
think this was the problem that she opened her heart. She gave a support, lending hand to everybody and
Mhm.
anybody. And some people didn't use it on a good way, you know. But I hope that no one will forget about her, you know,
No,
because
no, no, no,
she's
no.
still a very important person.
Look,
Like if I say she was one of my mentors, if I can say this.
hmm I
And the
mean,
funny thing is, when I met her first,
hmm
2001 it was, when after b-boy camp I went to visit Tafkid to practice to Basel, and Tafkid had a first theater show in Zurich, and he said like, oh, now you will stay at Angie's spot flat. And I when I saw her, I got the shock like, oh no, she's also this better kind of person. No, I don't want to stay. So I stayed with the suicidal lifestyle in a very, very bad accommodation, like blood and injection on the floor,
I,
drug addicted. No, I said, no, I don't go to her. But later we met each other more and more, and she also understood that I'm different. Like she said, like, no, this girl will not come to me. She's like a battle. No way. And I said, no,
That's
I don't go to
crazy.
her. She's that kind of person.
That's so
And
nice.
then we became friends.
That's so nice. So you've been traveling in this time all around Europe?
Um, well, not literally, actually, because I didn't have that much money. But I think the first invitation was maybe in 2000 already, because when I went to Munich and there were some jams around, we went there, of course. That was not so expensive. So people get to know me in the underground, or I practiced here, practiced there. And there were some people like, oh, I met a girl. She has parmus. What about inviting her? And this is how it started, actually.
Hmm.
So they started to invite me first for some battles and then for judging. And this was the way I could travel more, of course, because
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
had, of course, the money I got for food, I put it on the side and I used it for travel. So I didn't eat. I never ate, just like put it on the side, save money, and get the chance.
That's great. So you always been only dancing? No other work?
Of course, I studied. Of course, I studied.
Mhm.
And there was also one interesting trip in Hungary. We had the Insel Festival, you know. Back then it was called the Pepsi Island,
Mhm.
and we had hip hop days, and we had also some shows there. And I met a girl there, a bigger from Norway, from Oslo, and she was actually the girlfriend of Darkmark.
Ah, okay.
And they were actually also in the beginning of the dance career. So with this girl, we were pen friends. We were writing letters, and she invited me next summer to Oslo for one whole month. So I learned a little bit of Norwegian before I went there, and I spent 1 month with the Norwegian guys there.
That's
And then this is how I met also Darkmark. Yeah,
yes.
and I spent at Hekla Space. Yeah.
So what year is this? 2002, 3, something like this?
It was in 2000, and the funny thing is
2000.
that they already knew the Hungarian people, because Suicide Lifestyle Elementary was
Battle of
they
the
had
Year.
some contracts there. So when I came there, oh, this is a girl from Hungary, so you know all these guys,
Yeah.
yes, and I know who are you and who are you, because Atomic B-Boys were like a combo of them, and I knew
Mhm.
exactly this guy is this. He is making music. I have your tapes. I heard all your songs. I like it so
Mhm.
much, you know. So like this was kind of the
Mhm.
circle closed.
Ah, I see. Okay, okay, okay. And at the beginning, you mentioned you always wanted to be in crews, but they didn't want you in their crew. But then they saw you dance, and then they wanted you in your crew, right?
Yeah,
And
but
now,
these were spontaneous crews,
yes, yes,
like joining a crew maybe when battling or something.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. What I want to ask is, how did you come to be part of a recognized crew?
Yes, this is not so funny. Well, if I remember well, to be honest, like
Because
after
recognized crew
pregnancy,
is a Serbian crew, right?
yes, yes. After pregnancy, I lost a lot of memories. Probably I was really struggling to get out the baby, they
Oh my
say.
God, I'm so sorry for this.
So very little stories are difficult to remember now, but 2004, it's also amazing. You mentioned the jam in 2002
In
in
book.
Vienna, and that was the time when I met Electric Force crew from Bulgaria.
Yeah,
Okay,
because Fisha was there.
yes, and 2002 I got very good connection to these guys, and we had a connection with Peter from Electric Force, and he told me, I'm making a jam next year. I want to invite you, but we didn't really talk. He just invited me next year. And I say like, how does he know that I'm still dancing? Why he is inviting me? Maybe I already stopped, maybe I'm back. And I couldn't go somehow. And the year after, he still invited me again. And I say, okay, let's go. So I went to Bulgaria to his event. And you will not believe what happened there. Of course, we were judging, but I was always ciphering, practicing with the guys, with the locals. And some weeks later, Tolis wrote me from Battle of the Year. I saw you in Bulgaria in the ciphers, and I want to invite you to Battle of the Year Balkans 2004 to judge with the Cujo and the Paulo Nunes.
Mm.
And I said, like, what? Battle of the Year? What? How? So this was one of the nicest trips ever. And Cujo I already met before. Paulo, I think I met there maybe. No, I think Paulo I already knew from the Netherlands. I'm not sure now. And there I met my crew. Yes, because I met some of them. They came like with flip-flops to the jam, Bursa and Voikan. And there I met a lot of b-boys like B-boy Fox from Crete. He used to live in Cyprus. And we became very, very good friends. Yeah, we danced in the ciphers and everything. And this is how it started.
And then it came naturally that you were part of the crew.
Yeah, we went to Serbia actually more times. Bursa organized a nice jam. It was an abandoned theater. And there we were hanging out with Fuego and Monstribe with his crew. I don't even know if Monstribe already existed. Maybe not yet,
Hmm.
at the end of 2005. But yeah, it was
Hmm.
also very interesting.
So
Like,
you also have knowledge about the Serbian scene also?
of course, because I went many times there.
So because for example, B-girls, yeah, is there a B-girl history in Serbia?
Yeah, now like Mia is dancing, but I think
Yes,
she's
finally.
different.
Thank God we have
Yeah.
a Serbian B-girl.
But the other Serbian beggars, they always say like, Dora, you are ours. You are one
Of
of us.
course, of course.
This is naša, Dora.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Egal wo ich, no matter where I was, no matter where I was in the Balkan, they said you are ours.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah,
Balkan is a big family. We share the
yeah.
same traditions, the values, you know. So it makes sense. It makes sense. But that's crazy that Serbia didn't have any beggars.
No, as far as I know,
And in the Balkan in general, I mean, you mentioned
mm,
Croatia had a beggar, right?
Croatia, of course, I can tell you
Mhm.
when I met for the first time Croatian b-boys. It was already also a funny story. B-boy Victor from Enemy Squad now, the boyfriend of Andrea, he said no, sorry, I mix it up now. I got a VHS tape when I was in Munich City with End One, so with the basketball stars.
Yeah, yeah, and one
And there
mixtape.
was, yes, and there was also a jam on it in Munich City. And then I saw a guy that was floor killer who was dancing there all the time. And this tape I showed to B-Boy Victor, and he said, "Oh, this guy is our friend. We know him from the street dance and everything, and he's our good friend." I say, "Okay." So some months later, we are going to Battle of the Year with a small van, and I see another van at the tank station, and I say, "This guy," I say, like, "This is the Croatian guy. This is the floor killer. This is Goran." And they say, "Are you sure?" He said, "Hey, Goran, what's up?" He says, like, "Hi, how are you?" I say, "You know my friend Victor, yeah, from Page?" And yeah, he's my friend, yes. So we started to talk, and this is where I met Atomic, B-Boy Vlado. And we became also very good friends with these guys. Like we had different stories. And Florkila's girlfriend, Daniela, was a very strong bigger.
Mhm,
And yeah, later they had other girls.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm. So Croatia had the most B-girls in the Balkan area?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Mhm.
Zrinka was very strong. We made 2-on-2 and we won against boys. So this was a big problem there for the scene in 2002. Um, it was unfortunately after already the death of the guys like Florkila and the other guys from the Magdalena crew. and you still asked about some girls who were motivating, and I don't wanna forget about Zilke, of course,
Mm-hmm.
from Austria, because
Mm-hmm.
she was also pushing the scene. She was
Mm-hmm.
always trying to have a girl crew.
I mean, they had one right in Austria. There was four girls.
Yes, actually, we, she danced first with Johanna.
Mm-hmm.
She was traveling with Johanna, and we met each other in different jams. They were very active, but I was always alone. No one asked me to go, or I was just there, or I don't know, they were there. And after a while, we started to dance with the Zilke together. So
Mm-hmm.
we had already the email communication, and in 2002, there was the first bigger battle I ever seen, like online. And I wrote her like, "Hey, what about this 2-on-2? This is in Berlin, 2-on-2 for biggers." And she's writing back, "I already applied us."
Nice.
And I had like, it's maybe like 50 euros or something like that. I said, "I have 50 euros. It's exactly for the train." And we went there and we burned it all.
Nice.
Yes.
That's so
And
nice.
other bigger who is also kind of mentor for us and also supporting everyone, bigger Aruna from the Netherlands. Sorry that
Mm.
I still went on this line, but it's very important to mention Aruna
Mm-hmm,
from
mm-hmm,
Rotterdam.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Nice. I uh 2002, I think I was in Ansfelden in Austria, and there was a battle, and 2-on-2, and I lose to two big girls. And since that battle, when I battled against women, I battled 200%. Always. Because in my stupid mind, back in the day, I thought like women have a bonus, because
Sometimes, yes.
they are women. But of course, like you say, sometimes yes, but of course not always, you know. And since then, I started to go all out against women, always, always, always. So it's no joke to dance against women. Also, nowadays you are known to judge a lot, right? Is that something that people ask you to do, or was it like, hey, I want to be more involved in the scene with judging. Let's try to judge more. How was the journey for you for judging?
As I mentioned to you, like I think the first judging gigs from me was 2000.
Hmm.
And then I always get the opportunity, hey, come here to judge, because this was the only way they could get me there. And in a
Mm,
way, they were not even questioning the judge's skills. I was not so experienced, but I was taking it always really professional. Like I was focused. I tried to do my best in that moment.
yes,
So maybe we all have bad decisions, but no one can tell me that I didn't take it seriously.
yes.
For me, it was very important to decide what I see just there, and yes,
Hmm.
try to be objective. So I was never like, oh, I like spills, and then I show to that. So I really try to be fair,
Hmm.
and of course, the more you judge, the more you learn. So
Of
you
course.
understand more and more.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you wanted to get out to the point of the Olympic stuff, but actually I was not really planning to do it. But then Renegade wrote me, Dora, we would count on you. And I said like, okay, I don't know, maybe let's see what happens.
Hmm.
And then we started it, and it looked like a beautiful thing, like learning a little bit about the judging, and even upgrading it. This
Hmm.
this was a
I mean,
great thing.
you're an official judge in the WDSF, right?
Yes, exactly. Because we had like two big exams, very long ones and very difficult ones.
Yes.
That was about the judging.
I mean,
So you really had to learn
not to go
something.
not to go more too much into detail in these exams, but what is asked of you in these exams that you finish it and become an official member?
Um, Actually, we had also practical exams when we were talking about battles, what's happening, that you have to see the complexity of the stuff, like what criteria we really have to see and understand what's going on. Like, but to be honest, I think for the people who are so much into breaking, and you are like an all-round b-boy or bigger, it's easier to judge than you are just, let's say, like you just take one part of breaking. Like if you only do top rock, of
Hmm.
course, and you never try the power move, you still can be a good judge. But of course, you have the experience. Yes, I know how hard this is. I
Yeah.
know, but this is hard for me. Maybe doesn't mean that for him it's hard or for her. So you always have to see the imbalance. This is the most important thing in
Hmm.
that moment. Against that, you cannot judge something that's not happening like at the same time. You cannot say this is better, because this is exactly in that moment what's
Mhm.
happening.
I mean, a general discussion is always when you see at big events people judging that have not a big name. You know what I mean? Because when we start dancing, I remember in Facebook I make a post and I said back in my days the judges could smoke everybody in the competition, right? Because it was back then like that. And then it was many people discuss, you know. So in my opinion, I know the best breaker is not the best judge. We know that, right? Just because you're a good dancer doesn't mean you're a good judge, right? But in my opinion, uh, a judge on a high level, you know, like where the best of the best of the best dance, a judge in this competition, in my opinion, also needs to experience how it is to battle in a high level, how it is to stay in the semi-final, how it is to be in the final, maybe only have two more rounds left and make the best out of it. Yeah. So, what is your opinion about this?
If all the highest level b-boys and biggers are judging who is entering the contest, after a while we are now at the point, like we are maybe the first generation. You have been also dancing many years, more than 20.
26
So you
now.
know that how much?
26.
26. I didn't want to say that they know that you are under 30, but yeah, the legacy stays. So actually, we are at the point there, then there is the knowledge. I could not smoke these girls. Maybe my technique is better in many stuff, but the whole picture in the battle representation is much better for them.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't even want to smoke. You know, I don't even want to
It's a
smoke.
temper.
So when I go to a battle, I want to have fun.
Yeah.
And sometimes I give more, sometimes I give less, but I don't feel like I have to prove something.
Hmm.
But still, when I feel like I go to smaller jams or bigger jams and I do it, or I do the cipher battles, exchanges, or whatever you call them.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm always ready. If you say like 20 solo, let's do it. I also did it now, like some years ago. I went to Bologna. There was one guy who was not so synthetic, and I called him out in
I
the
will.
cipher, and
I
people were
will.
screaming.
Oh my God. I will never be called out by Dora. Please no.
And now we are friends, and we say the next round will be 20 rounds. Can you hold it? Can you do it? You know?
That's
So, what
great.
I wanted to say that nowadays you cannot afford that only the best biggers or b-boys on the floor can judge. Maybe they don't have even the ability to judge, because you say
Hmm.
some people cannot have the character and show to the, let's say, right side, because some people are afraid, okay, this is my friend, I don't want to show
Yeah,
against him.
yeah, this is a big problem. This is a big
Politics,
problem. Yeah,
politics.
yeah, yeah. We'll always have this. We will always have this.
So this is what I like, when we are always having exchanges with all the judges wherever and whenever I'm going.
Hmm.
And for example, B-Boy Spin also said, like, you have to have the character for this.
Of course.
If
Of
you
course.
don't have the character,
Hmm.
sometimes you have to show against your own crew.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. 100%.
And maybe you are even wrong, but
Yeah.
it's so difficult to switch out the expectations and everything, your feelings and the experiences with the exact person or the persons, and to see only what's happening there. It's
Hmm.
so difficult.
So when you look at the criterias that you have in the judging in the WDSF, where you are an official judge, um, is there something that you would change to make it better, in your opinion?
before we get to the system, um, we already did this before.
Ah,
I
okay.
mean, like everyone had the criteria, everyone, but somehow this new stuff started by Storm and Renegade. It gave a name to the baby in a way. Then it had a change at the WDSF system for different reasons. It's also not important. The criteria are not just words. Okay, hair length or eye color. It has like more little details in it.
Okay.
Okay, so the complexity maybe is different. I think
Hmm.
what I would change. It's very difficult.
Okay,
It's
okay.
very difficult. Of course, for sure there will be an upgrade or later, sometime, one day. I don't know. I think everyone is working on it already. We are collecting the experiences, and we will see where it goes.
Hmm.
But the important thing is that it's transparent, and it's not
Yeah.
about that who is with who friends. So you can have the data online. I think it's more about this,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that also the competitors know how they are judged.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because I don't know all the details and everything, but I heard in the last months before the Olympics, there was a lot of changes. And then that confused the dancers.
Not really. I think sometimes the information that goes around, circling around, is very bad
Okay.
because some people who are talking about it, they don't even know the criterias. They don't even know what's behind those words. And for like this, it's very very easy to create noise.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So I think the same like let's say, sorry if I mentioned Reagan. She was uh, she was a good point for the publicity to talk bad about breaking. But who was talking about the other b-boys and b-girls who were on such a high level, and you cannot even imagine. The people who were talking bad about Reagan cannot go down on the floor like on the knee, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
They have pain.
yeah.
So this is against something like false information, lack of information, creating noise just because the social mentality is like, let's search for the negative and the bad
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
energy.
yeah.
To be honest, people ask me, um, do you think Olympics is good for breaking? I'm dancing on the street. I'm like really like a street kid. I have a beautiful family. I got everything. I learned, I studied everything. But I was always on the street. I loved it. I love this
Mhm.
energy. I still love it. That's why I also like basketball and everything that's connected to hip hop. But the people who really want to go on a high level, and probably this is not us anymore because of the age and also the physical barriers,
Oh my God.
they could get the chance. Why not? This was the thing we have all were dreaming of, or not?
Mhm. Mhm.
To get paid. We got paid, but of course not that level, you know. And
Mhm.
some people think that they did something good back then, and they should get now something for that. But the fact is that they were not working hard
Yes.
these years. They just did something 20 years ago, and now they are expecting, okay, I did this back then, so I want to have my reward
Yeah.
for till the end of the life.
No, this is not how it works. You have to give back always. Not because
Yes.
you gave something 30 years ago, now you expect it to get everything. No. You have to.
And also how you handle people. I think it's very
Yeah, yeah,
important.
100%. 100.
Like
And
what kind of picture or
so and nowadays when you watch the internet, you see this. I cannot even say women because this is little girls. Yes. When you see these combos, these spins, these power moves, can you be honest? Do you think back in the day? No. Do you believe when you started out and you become a good big girl that this is possible for big girls to achieve this level they have nowadays?
in a way, yes, but different methods,
Hmm.
because we didn't have info. But as soon as I got the info, I could learn it, you know. or I had to find it out on my own. So for sure, this path was longer and slower, but stable. And I think this is now could be a big problem for this younger generation because they all start very young and very it's big shock for the body, you know. They are still so
Mm,
young. I'm
yes,
To be
okay.
honest, my daughter will be 9 years old. I'm happy that she's just like she loves dancing as a hobby, but she's not like on this level.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Yes, and
you're right. We don't know the consequences
yes,
of what happens to your body when you can do air flare with 8 years already.
yes, yes. Airflare maybe not the case. Of course, I talk more about yes, different kind of stuff. Like they don't really take care of their body. They do everything without um, like
Protection?
yes, protection. This is, for example, this is also important, I think, and they don't have it.
Hmm.
So we don't see the consequences, like you say. Now we will experience what will happen to us. The less we move, the more pain we gain.
Yeah,
So this is
100%.
why it's better to keep on. Yes, still painful, but keep on doing it, never stop.
And from the newer generation, now you see in the last 5 to 10 years, what are some of the big girls you are really shocked by, amazed by their skills?
I wouldn't say names now,
Hmm.
but I would say like these all these girls or women on that level and in these high level contests, they are amazing because the consistency and their willpower and that they swallow all the pain and all the bad mental energies they got or they have to face to. I think it's amazing. And also, yeah, for the boys, because when I started to yeah, of course, I went to different high level contests, but as a judge, you have a different perspective. You see also small details.
Of course.
When you just watch breaking, you are entertained, yes.
Hmm.
But when you judge, it's a big focus, and you
Hmm.
really have to see everything, and you even feel the mental part,
Hmm.
yes,
Hmm.
the soul part.
I
And
mean,
I think
also
sometimes
because,
it's so
but this is what I said with the judging, right? Because you're a good judge because you understand the pressure in that moment. You know what I
yes, I
mean?
understand it
And
totally.
you understand the way you have to practice to have these moves. So you even understand it better from the dancers, right?
Yes, but still, there are some people who can maybe they are not on a high level, but
Mm-hmm.
they still very good judges. I know a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
people.
That's possible too, definitely.
Yeah,
So what do you think was your prime? What years were your prime? When you feel like this is the best version of Dora?
I think when I was 30 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was so free in the power moves.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, of course, we forget about the pain that we had there, but this area was not bad. But also before, I had like more primes because I was not aware of the prime times, you know. So actually, I was always having fun, and in a way, I still have it now because now I'm dancing differently, also the
Yes.
body, but also you cannot dance the same
Mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm.
back then. It's
Of course.
like after 30 years, I feel and I understand music differently.
Mm-hmm.
So this is now
Yeah.
the way my creativity is coming out now more.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. With the time you adapt your dance, right? You cannot dance always like you're 15, 16 years old, right? So you have to
But
adapt.
But back to this theme, this is always a story in my head, what I'm living, unfortunately, that my body was always the one who told me what I can do and what I cannot do.
You have to
I
listen
had
to
big
it, right?
pain. I had big pain in the hips, so I couldn't do something else. I had big pain in the neck. I
Mm-hmm.
had to change. And I was never like, oh, now I do what I want to do. I go and I try 20 this, 20 that.
Ah,
So I go to the practice and I say, today I cannot work. Okay, I cannot go into footwork. So then I spin.
yeah.
And the same here, like I say yesterday, oh, I go a good compilation for myself soon. and everything. And I go to the training and I say, why am I here? I cannot move. I cannot
So did
do
you
anything,
did you had any big injuries in your career?
all the time. But I never stopped. Starting with the hip, the neck, shoulder later. But all in all, I was sometimes disabled in a way, but I just didn't, how to say, take it seriously.
So how did you manage to recover your body? Is your diet or did you do special exercises?
I don't think I'm the best example for this topic. So I understood if I stop, it still hurts. And if I go on, it still hurts.
Okay,
So I
okay,
wanted to
okay.
go on. I never stopped. Of course, what helped me when I was younger, I was not satisfied with my body, and I saw that my older brother is doing a
Hmm.
lot of exercises. He was also a bodybuilder and a sportman, and I saw this kind of exercises, and now after pregnancy, it helped me a lot to come
Okay,
back.
cool.
But back then, when I came to Vienna, I was the only one who is doing ABS and stuff like this after practice, and now
Mhm.
many people are doing it.
Of course,
It was like
you
more than
have
10
to.
years.
Nowadays, if you want to keep up with the highest level, you have to watch what you eat. You have to stretch. You have to this. You have to everything, everything. Because if you don't do this, you won't be in the high level, right?
But I also felt it when I did the exercises. My power moves were better, for example.
Of course, 100%,
Yeah.
100%. So now we come to our segment. It's called Your Fave Five, where we talk about your favorite five things. Okay. So we always start with the B-boys. So your favorite five B-boys of all time, but no order, just five names.
I'm not prepared for this question
That's very good.
because, like I said, I really like even the most beginner. Like
Hmm.
it was a special. And if I say names, this means it doesn't mean that I exclude people. So it's very difficult. So
So
like knowledge.
let's say like this. Let then don't tell me your favorite. Tell me five of the favorite B-boys that shaped you or inspired you the most.
Hmm. So difficult. Or now people people will not talk to me or what.
All good, Dora. If you don't have to say names, if you do want.
So hmm. Okay, I will mention names now who really maybe probably maybe perhaps they have the hand in the fact that I'm still here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So I would say for sure Gombi
mm-hmm. Charles Gombi.
from a Suicidal Lifestyle and Ovis.
Mm-hmm,
With Ovis later on, we did also a lot of jams together.
mm-hmm.
I mentioned now, I will cheat a little bit, Enemy Squad, but
Dora,
no
you
one
can
is
do
talking
whatever you
about.
want. You can cheat whatever you want. You can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
but they were for me a very interesting composition because it was just for us unbelievable what they achieved and everything.
Mm-hmm,
And I would mention also Steady
mm-hmm,
and Hand from them
mm-hmm.
because they are not so well known. They are famous, but still.
Not the
Um,
ones they talk about when you talk about. Yeah, I
yes.
know what I mean.
Mm, hmm. Then I will mention maybe Sweat from Step to This
Mm-hmm,
because he was the guy who always made me cry. Okay, because he is also like a very warm-hearted person, and maybe I didn't really learn too much, like technically he did, but we practiced together, and he had always, in a way, kind of support and giving me hope for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm, how much?
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, we can stop now. It's more than five.
Yeah, we can, but I still wanna
Yes,
say
please.
Cujo, Paulo
Mm-hmm.
Nunes,
Mm-hmm.
Benny Kimoto,
Mm-hmm.
Chico,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nice.
and B-boy Tommy from Slovenia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
when I met him for the first time, he was a very small young guy with a lot of hopes and like it's crazy now
Also,
what
really
he.
good-hearted guy. Really
Yes,
good heart. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, then we had the B-boys, of course, B-girls.
yeah, bigger. Of course, I mentioned already Angie,
Mm-hmm.
Aruna,
Mm-hmm.
um, Asia One,
Mm-hmm.
Rockefeller.
Mm-hmm. Maybe one more from the new generation.
Hmm. Well, can I? I wouldn't say name now, but I will say some names.
Mm-hmm.
But now when I judged on Silverback,
Mm-hmm.
it gave me something very special. I always I always felt it, but now it really touched me because I'm also a mother,
Mm-hmm.
and I know exactly what these power girls are going through because I had the same. So like the power move girls who are really into power moves, they have to look up. They will look like a little bit man. They struggle with their female
Mm-hmm.
sides, and they want to show that they are still women, and they are still struggling with the moves and everything. So it's so hard, and I know that they have very hard days. Even
Mm-hmm.
they are very successful. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I would say also Queen Mary, um, Nika, and Kotya for
Mm-hmm.
sure, and Firebird.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
would mention
Nice.
because these girls they really know what's
Mm-hmm.
sacrificing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to get this high level in power moves, this is no joke. You have to
Even for
train.
men, they can
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
even
Even for men, yes. It's very important to say that, even for men, not only for women.
and the sacrifice they do every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that people cannot understand.
No,
You
no,
cannot
no.
understand. No one. People who got through this, like I can say, I think I got through this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something I hope my daughter will not get to know.
I mean, you always want to make the life for your children more easy, right? Not
Yes.
so they don't have to struggle like you. Five of your favorite battles that you battled.
Hmm. Royal battles in Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
When we had the Europe team in B Supreme in London,
Mm-hmm.
we had some battles there, of course, like also with the crew and also like solo battle. Interesting battle. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm so slow.
All good, Dora. All good.
I just wanna say good ones. We had some Kerman battles, but this is also a city in Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
This was in the beginning where I got the chance to start and learning battle strategy and everything, like to check my skills. Millennium battle. Actually, there are also Hungarian battles. Shell Battle Pro when we had the Unity team
Nice.
in 2010 with the girls, and also freestyle session Europe
Mm-hmm.
with my crew, Barca Mafia, and also Bursa's battle in 2005 in this abandoned theater had a big impact
Mm-hmm.
actually with this Balkan and Hungary
That's nice.
connection.
That's nice. That's nice.
I think, and the cipher battles. I
Oh,
love them.
there is a lot. We put Cypher in one.
Yes, that's
But
why.
is there one Cypher battle that stands out of all of them for you?
Yeah, this one lately in Bologna was a very
Hmm.
cool one.
Nice.
For example, because it showed that we have like something negative you feel, but at the end you build it up and it will be something positive,
Yes.
like a friendship. And I think
Yes.
this is all about, this is hip hop. This is what I experienced, that many times from something that was maybe not
Yeah.
considered as positive,
Yeah.
was at the end the whole
Yeah.
picture
Yeah.
and the positive one.
I mean, if you look at the scene, so many people became friends and crews after they hated each other and battled each other.
Yes, that's true. I think in a battle, no matter who is winning, but you see that how you do this battle, it makes a special connection.
100%,
Like Crumb's talk about Benji's battle and everything. This was also a good report.
Nice, thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah, this very if you're not in the scene, you won't understand it. So now we're gonna build the perfect breaker, right? So we have all the classic elements. We have top rocks, footworks, power moves, and freezes, but we're gonna add fashion and flavor. Okay, so
Okay.
this is just Dora's list. Okay, so for Dora, who has the best top rocks
All around the world.
all around the world? It's just your flavor, your taste.
It's very difficult to say because there are a lot of people who
Mhm.
are most like, sometimes I feel like it's getting separated from breaking.
Should not.
Should not, but yes, I sometimes I also did a seven to smoke top rock,
Hmm.
but it was just to invite more and more friends of mine or ours to take part in this underground jam, and it was an interesting like separate it because some people like it and some people want to concentrate on it.
Hmm.
Top rock, whew. So nowadays, what you see top rock is different than you saw back then.
Yes.
And I like the raw stuff also. So even though top rock is the raw way of top rock, you know. So it's very. I wouldn't name no one right now because it's amazing what the people are doing in top rock nowadays. But
Okay.
I don't follow it that much that I can name the best. But of
No,
course,
no,
we
no,
all
Dora,
have.
Dora, Dora, Dora. It's not the best in the world.
I
It's
know, but for me,
it's your taste.
I cannot name now
Okay. You
anyone.
know what? Then we don't do it. We don't do the perfect breakup. We
Of
do.
course, of course, everyone knows like why not and all these guys like who are more into top rock, and it's amazing. Really,
No,
it's
but I
really
don't
amazing.
want to put you on the spot. And if you don't want to mention names, I don't want to press you to give me names.
Okay, okay.
It should make fun. But it's okay. We don't do that. But what we're
I
gonna
think
do,
of it for next time.
but what we're gonna do, aliens, UFO is coming. Yes. And they say, ah, you are Dora, huh? You do breakdance, breaking, huh? What is this? So, which battle do you show the aliens so they know what is breaking?
Radio Trust Element versus Renegades.
Nice. Okay. So,
96? Yeah.
so the aliens watch the battle. And now they say, Dora, now we can dance too. And we want to take over the world. But you can save the world. Yes? 5-on-5 battle. Five aliens versus the best five Hungarian breakers of all time in their prime. Who do you choose?
Hungarian.
Only
Yes.
Hungarian.
Yeah. Of course, I would take B-Boy Ovis,
Mhm.
Gombi,
Yeah.
Thunder, Akos, Kocsis, B-Boy
Special.
Special, and maybe Low. B-Boy Low.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know law. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think so now.
This is very nice list. Very nice list. I think the aliens have no chance. They take some langosh on the way back home, but goodbye.
But wait, which language? The new generation language where you put everything on it?
Huh? No,
Or
no,
the
no.
real
Classic,
Hungarian, the raw
classic,
one?
classic. Only
Classic.
classic. So nice. Yeah. Dora, thanks so much for taking your time to do this. You know, I'm a big, 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 big fan of you, not only dancing, but as a human. Uh, you're such amazing, such an inspiration. Thank you so much for taking your time. Do you have any last words and shout outs?
Thank you. You know that it took a lot of time till we could talk
We're,
now.
you're mama, you're busy, so all good. We did it. That's important.
Yes, I would like to say thank you that you are always trying to seek and dig for the information. That's
Yeah.
really crazy, and I really like the reports.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
also watched a lot of from the beginning till the end. Not all
Thank,
of them, of course, but it's very cool.
thank you.
And sorry, sometimes like not easy to answer all these questions,
All good, all good, all good.
because I'm so much into this whole culture
Hmm.
that sometimes you cannot just grab one thing
Hmm.
because it's a complexity.
Hmm.
So
No,
it's all about.
I mean, people also appreciate your character because you're really passionate, you know, and you always try to be really professional. I remember when I was hosting and you were judging, you were making sure that everything is right, everything is professional, everything is correct. So shout outs to you for this also.
And also, when I judge, and for me, it's important, for example, that the floor is clean.
Hmm.
Even if I'm only judging,
No,
I
no, no.
say I
You
clean it
look
for
out.
you.
You look out for the dancers. Yes.
It's very important because if
Mhm.
I were a dancer, I already danced also on very bad floor and it was
I
too
I
much
mean
dust on it.
I
It's
mean
very important.
you're a B girl since 30 years. You know what the B girls need and the B boys, you know? So
Yes, I think this is important.
I think in a way that's also your responsibility as a judge to make sure, hey, the people I judge have the best condition, right?
Should be, but I think so many people are not really interested in it.
Unfortunately, unfortunately. So yeah, from my side, also thank you again for taking your time. When you watch this, it's March. It's Women's Month. We have 5 podcasts, only big girls. Wow. March is only for the women. Dora is, of course, the first because she's the queen of them all. For all the viewers and listeners, subscribe now. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, comment who you want to see next. Post notification on. You never miss a video because every Sunday, your favorite breaking show, your number one source for knowledge. Yes, please. Number one. Number two.
Don't forget the battle where we battle together. The 3-on-3 with the
Oh
Sung,
my
you
God,
and
I
me.
didn't mention it. Oh my God. This was one of the best days in my life, huh? Me, Sung, and Dora, we went to the final. To
Yes,
the
and it was the
final.
top four, top four, top four.
What's the top four?
Yeah, because
Ah,
then we
yeah.
lost against True Crew,
Yeah,
who
we lost
became the
against,
first.
yeah, they win everything.
And I was so happy we lost against them because I was so tired
I remember
after pregnancy.
after every battle we won, you said, no, we have to dance again.
And you remember that you just grabbed the mic because you were the MC. Okay, now it's better time. Let's go.
Oh, this was one of my favorite experience. Definitely. Definitely.
Thank you for taking me in the crew. Yes.
Hey, thank you for joining us. Hello. Sung and me
I was like,
was
Dora, you
so
wanna dance with us? I said, what? You want me in the crew? Really? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's do it. But then
the
we
best,
have to win.
the best,
Let's do it.
the best, the best.
Whatever. Thank you for that
Thank you for
also.
making
For the
this
nice
moment
memories.
come true. And
And
also,
always spreading good energy on the floor, whatever you do, MC or dance.
thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for this.
much, Donna. Thank you so much. Last but not least, if you want to show full support, you go now to Patreon. You can support us every month and you get all the podcasts in advance. So that means if you're a patron, you already have 5 podcasts to watch and don't need to wait till the next Sunday. Thank you again, Dora. You can go now to Bottega Prama, GTV10, get the new embroidered beanie or this wonderful hoodie, GTV10 with your discount. And that was your favorite Biba host with your favorite breaking show.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow!